Kylian Mbappé just had an unbelievable season. He scored 52 goals, won the Champions League Golden Boot, the World Cup Golden Boot, and the Pichichi. So how can anyone say Mbappé shouldn't win the Ballon d'Or? Well, when you look beyond the goals, Mbappe's case starts to fall apart. So today, we're going to see at why Kylian Mbappé cannot win the 2026 Ballon d'Or. Let's dive in. Reason number 1. No major trophies. Let's start with the biggest problem. Mbappé didn't win a major team trophy this season. Individually, his season with Real Madrid was outstanding, scoring 42 goals and finishing as La Liga's top scorer. But Real Madrid's season was much less successful. They finished second in the league behind Barcelona, were eliminated by Bayern Munich in the Champions League quarterfinals, lost the Spanish Super Cup final, and were even knocked out of the Copa del Rey by Albacete. Then came the World Cup, where Mbappé had another incredible individual tournament. He scored 8 goals and won the Golden Boot. But France were eliminated by Spain in the semi-finals and eventually finished 4th. And this is important because the Ballon d'Or isn't only about individual performances. Team achievements are also part of the criteria and compared with some of his main competitors.
I think sometimes in the life I'm too competitive, it's good to be competitive on the field.
Mbappé simply doesn't have the trophies to strengthen his case. Reason number 2. His statistics aren't even the best. Now you could argue that trophies shouldn't matter as much because Mbappe's numbers were incredible, and that's completely fair. He scored 42 goals for Real Madrid, including 25 in La Liga, while his 15 Champions League goals made him the competitor's top scorer. Then added 8 more goals for France at the World Cup. But here's the problem. If you are giving the Ballon d'Or mainly based on statistics, Mbappé isn't even the clear winner. Harry Kane finished the season with 73 goals and 81 total goal contributions. Compared with Mbappe's 61, that's 20 more goal contributions for Harry Kane. And he also won the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich. Of course, this doesn't automatically mean Kane deserves the Ballon d'Or.
Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. 100%.
But it makes Mbappe's argument much harder to defend. If you are going to say Mbappé deserves the Ballon d'Or because of his incredible statistics, you have to explain why Kane's even better number, combined with the league title, aren't enough. And that's where Mbappe's lack of trophies become even more important. Reason number 3. The World Cup Golden Boot isn't enough. Now, let's talk about Mbappe's strongest argument, the World Cup. 8 goals and the Golden Boot is an incredible achievement, especially on the biggest stage in football. But winning the Golden Boot isn't the same as winning the World Cup. And history shows that the Golden Boot alone doesn't guarantee the Ballon d'Or. In 1998, Davor Schuker won the Golden Boot, but Zinedine Zidane won the Ballon d'Or after France won the World Cup. In 2006, Miroslav Klose won the Golden Boot, but Fabio Cannavaro won the Ballon d'Or after Italy lifted the trophy. In 2014, James Rodriguez won the Golden Boot, but Cristiano Ronaldo won the Ballon d'Or. While in 2018, Harry Kane won the Golden Boot, but finished only 10 in the Ballon d'Or. There are exceptions, of course. Ronaldo Nazario won both awards in 2002, but he also won the World Cup. Mbappé didn't. He won the Golden Boot, but France finished 4th. While another player combined individual performances with the biggest international trophy in football. And that player was Lamine Yamal. But before we continue, if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Reason number 4. He fell short in the biggest moments. Another problem for Mbappé is what happened when the biggest trophies were decided. Real Madrid lost the crucial El Clasico against Barcelona 2-0, helping Barcelona secure the league title. Then in the Champions League quarterfinals, Madrid were eliminated by Bayern Munich 6-4 on aggregate. Mbappé actually scored in both legs, so it's important to be fair. Mbappé wasn't terrible, but once again, his team couldn't reach the next stage. Then came France's biggest match of the year, the World Cup semi-final against Spain. This was Mbappe's opportunity to take France in the final and potentially put himself at the front of the Ballon d'Or race. Instead, Spain won 2-0. And that's the problem, because Mbappe's number proved that he had an incredible season. But when the biggest trophies were decided, his team came up short. Reason number 5, Lamine Yamal has the complete package. And finally, we reach the biggest problem for Mbappe, Lamine Yamal. Because when you compare their seasons, the difference becomes very clear. Mbappe scored more goals, but Yamal won La Liga. Mbappe won the World Cup Golden Boot, but Yamal won the World Cup itself. Mbappe won the Champions League Golden Boot, but Ousmane Dembélé won the Champions League. Harry Kane had more goal contributions and won the Bundesliga. And Rodri had an incredible World Cup campaign and was named the tournament's best player. Suddenly, Mbappe doesn't look like the obvious winner anymore. Yamal has the combination that is so difficult to beat in a Ballon d'Or year: individual brilliance and major trophies. He won La Liga, won the World Cup, and was named La Liga Player of the Season. And that's exactly what Mbappe is missing. His individual numbers are incredible, but other players have combined their performances with more important team achievements. So does this mean Mbappe had a bad season? Absolutely not. He scored 52 goals, won the Pichichi and both the Champions League and the World Cup Golden Boot. But the Ballon d'Or isn't simply a goal-scoring award. Mbappe has incredible individual statistics, but no major team trophy. So maybe Mbappe's biggest problem isn't that he had a bad season, it's that other players had more complete seasons. But now, what do you think? Should Mbappe win the 2026 Ballon d'Or despite winning any major trophy? Or should it go to Lamine Yamal, Harry Kane, Dembélé, or someone else? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more football content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!